speaker in our helmet, right, that someone can talk to. You have 10 seconds to talk to. The speaker notoriously goes out in 2-minute drives in New England. So you're getting a play in from a guy. So sometimes you have it on a wristband and he'll just say a number, 72. Or he's going to call out a full play. So personnel is a big thing too in the NFL. Let's say right now we're going to be in regular personnel, which means you have a fullback, like an old school fullback that's going to line up behind the quarterback, hand on the ground. You're going to have a tailback in the game, who's our Vic Ballard. And with tight end, we'll say Dwayne Allen's in the game. We'll have a Z receiver, so that's Reggie Wayne, and we'll have an X. That's T.Y. Hilton or Darius Hayward Bay, whoever's out there. Come in the huddle. All right, we'll say it's 2nd and 8. Most of the guys are talking up the offensive linemen saying, all right, we got 2nd down and 8. They're looking out in personnel that the defense is putting in. Oh, they're bringing nickel. Big, you want to watch out when you're playing the Green Bay Packers. If Charles Woodson, where's he? Is he playing the safety position, or is he going to be down in the box messing around? Because he can be anywhere. It's like Troy Polamalu. He can show up here and then you snap the ball and he's on the other side of the field. So walking into the huddle, 2nd and 8. Here we go. We're going to go with a I right, hound 2, Y ram, X puppy, kill 3 jet, alert, 58 special, on one, ready? All right, walking up to the line of scrimmage. Okay. So you got the play, we're an I right, hound 2, Y ram, X curl. It's an old school West Coast offense play. See Montana and Jerry Rice run it. It's the post by Jerry Rice on the front side. The tight end's going to go up 10 yards and sort of curl up, and then the X is going to run a deeper curl with your backs. One's in the flat and one's bursting off a play action fake. So we get up to the line. We go, set, go. We're going to let this play roll. We're not going to kill it. We're not going to alert it. We got the look we want. So set, go. All right, Mike's right here. Mike's right here. It's important for offensive linemen to know who the Mike is in the defense because a lot of protections are predicated on the Mike being there. Let's say the Mike's over there, the line may end up sliding all the way out to a cornerback instead of protecting the 4-down lineman and the big guy. I think a big part of protection is you want your lineman protecting the known rushers. You don't want to waste the lineman. You don't want a running back to be on Jared Allen and then the lineman blocking 3 other guys and 2 linebackers. You'd rather have the running back blocking a blitzing linebacker and the lineman take care of Jared Allen or your pass rushers. All right, so up on the line of scrimmage, you know who the Mike is, the offensive line's making their calls, or they're lucking, they're acing, whatever. There's a lot of talking that goes on amongst the O-line, and the running backs and the fullback have to hear, the points as well because their protection is predicated off of where the line is not going. All right, so the running backs here, we're on 1, set, go. Ready, hut, come back, 5-step drop, little play fake, token fake, not a big one on this play. Let's say they're in quarters coverage. So quarters coverage, simply, the corners have a quarter of the field, the safeties have another quarter of the field. If you're in a 4-3 defense, that means you have 3 guys underneath. All right, quarters of the field. Boom. Safety feels the tight end releasing vertical. All right, he feels him, he's sitting, he's going to break on the curl route. That means that the post is coming out, open over the top. So they sit there, hit the post, hopefully on rhythm, hit it. Reggie goes like, ooh, ooh.
I think one aspect of football which you hear more and more with guys that are coming out of college that aren't under centre. How important is the footwork? And we saw briefly there, but maybe explain the sort of mechanism of how you get back away from centre and why that is so important.
Yeah, no, it is, and a lot of passing that you don't realize is, it's not. So who signed this?
That's, I don't know who that is.
It's 87. We'll say it's Reggie Wayne. Half the battle of throwing the football is getting your legs in a position to create power, and it's not always going to happen. There's going to be guys in your face, you're going to be falling back, you're going to be Brett Favre in it, you're going to be Aaron Rodgers. Which is amazing, it's unbelievable how he does that. But in drop back, for a right-handed quarterback, you're going to want to get depth in your first step away from center, because that's where the trash is, and you want to be away from the trash. You're going to cross over, and that'll be your second step, and then depending on a 3-step drop, if it's a 3-step drop, It's your third step, and you'll throw. That's your quick game stuff. That's your 5-yard hitch, or a slant, or a flat route, or a 6-yard out by the tight end. If it's a 5-step drop, here's your second, third, 4, 5. And if you're throwing a rhythm, you're in. It's about a transition from that weight going this way. You're trying to get away from the line as fast as you can, but you got to be able to stick a foot in the ground and transition your weight forward to get your hips going to your target point. And then, so that's if you're hitting your first read. Say you're going through a progression, you're over here, you're getting your feet ready to throw it to that guy. I don't want to throw it to that guy though, because he's covering. And now you got to be able to get your feet in position to throw it to the next guy, and the next guy, and then find your back on the check down. So a lot of training we do is just setting up. Let's say we call a play, then we'll set up guys where they'd be in the play like 6 or 7, 5 seconds in. Yeah. So we just get to the spot where you'd be, and we go through and train our eyes and our feet to move together between, to the different, and through the progression of the read, and it sort of trains you, when the ball snapped, boom, you don't have to think about it, you're going through your progression, and it's something that Drew Brees, I think, does a great job at. If you watch Drew Brees, his feet are here to there, they're together. It really is pretty cool.
What about the mechanics of the actual throw? Is there anything that, what would be the 2 or 3 key things?
2 or 3 key
things. I told you that before you threw the ball.
I think throwing, it is, like you mentioned, it's about your hips, it's about your legs, your core, and then obviously your arm. I was taught to hold the football with a little bit of air between your palm and the ball. You don't want it to lay flat in your hand. I don't know what this finger is, but I put that finger on the laces, and none of the other fingers are on there. I guess that's a ring finger. And then I was told, to hold it like you hold a girl's hand, which I didn't understand until a while. But and another fun fact is, when it's wet outside, the harder you grip the football, the worse you're going to throw it. Right. You're going to want to hold it lighter, and it comes off your hand a little better. So those tips, I guess.
Great. Thank you.